Hi guys, Berry Babe here, checking in. Well, today is day 3 full fast, and one of my fasting books just arrived, and she's not really recommending you go over 3 days, probably because all the nasty stuff happens on day 4. But I still am not back to my 151.1, so for today, I'm still on it. I weighed at 7:30 and then I got a lower reading at 10:30. Still not back to 151.1. I did get on the big scale today, the electronic scale. And rather than just use a wipe to wipe, you have to have a good electrical connection in order to get the electric doing its thing. You have to wet it, so I would use a wipe. Well, I had gotten a little squirt vial, so I squirted it and then got on, and I actually got, I did it at 10:30, I actually got a higher reading at 10:30 than the other scale, which the electronic scale always showed me less. The electronic scale read at 10:30 what the other one had shown me at 7:30. So maybe just having the squirt on there made it a better electrical connection. But some real interesting things. First of all, before I forget, I found bone broth in a box at Walmart, and it's GV brand, so I think it's the Walmart brand. So I was going to be trying to make my own bone broth because that's what I want to use to break my fast whenever I do it. So I have 2 quarts of bone broth, and so no matter when I break the fast, I now have that. And I ordered some of the Miracle Noodles rice. I have some of the Miracle Noodles fettuccine that I want to make when I'm on keto. I want to make Alfredo sauce because it's cheese and butter and cream. And if I use it with Miracle Noodles, that practically counts for nothing but the fat. Few carbs. So I'm looking for P3 for that, but I thought with that Miracle Noodle rice, I could put that in the bone broth along with some chicken that I cooked and actually make a nice chicken soup. Not just the bone broth, but actually make it into a little meal. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, one of the advantages of fasting is that you get away from the crap you've been eating. And so I remember when I did a liquid diet before, there was a woman who actually years ago started a program in Flint. She had gone to New Jersey to do it back when the liquid protein was just becoming prevalent in the, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s. And she said they actually went, she and a friend went and stayed in a motel because they had to go into the clinic every day. And she said she just begged for 1 curd of cottage cheese. So my daughter, we had some drama last night. Oh my goodness, last night and this morning. My youngest, who has, she's going to be leaving the daycare at the Y and has gotten a job at Kohl's and is interviewing Friday for an internship in ABA, Applied Behavioral Analysis Assistant, at our local hospital as part of her finishing up her psychology degree. But she was at the Y, and we live on the outskirts of Flint, but it's like we're about 4 miles from the freeway, and on the other side of the freeway it starts getting pretty sketchy. So she's always been nervous about, the Y is about 3 miles from here. So she lost her keys to the car, to the house at the Y, and nobody turned them in. So she was freaking because she couldn't get home. So she called my husband. She gets off at 8, but my husband had already like downloaded. He's usually asleep by 8:30. And he's like, huh? Huh? You know, she called him and he's winding down to sleep. I was out doing my thing. I did the HCG boutique route last night, and then I did grocery shopping and didn't get to Target to get my pen refills because I had to come home and kind of deal with crisis. But she called me and I was in the parking lot at Walmart and just freaking out. And I made some sympathetic noises and she said, well, thank you for making me feel worse. I said, look, I'm just acknowledging that this sucks, okay? Because my mind, when you give me something, you give me a crisis, my mind starts, you know, I'm real scattered a lot of the time, but boy, that focus goes like this, and it's like, okay, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Well, she didn't have a key, so we had to get a key to her. Fortunately, my husband didn't have one, but the other daughter had one, so she went out and delivered the key, and they were able to drive the car home. And then the next problem was that my oldest was due to fly back to DC for college on Thursday. We had bought a ticket. Now, fortunately, I paid $40 for this ticket, which was an incredible price. Usually it's like $165 to $2 something. And well, she has this fellow she works with, and they are really best friends. She said at the time he was interested, she wasn't, and at the time she was interested, he wasn't. And he has ridden once or twice. When she first went to Gallaudet, she and friends, he and my daughter and friends drove her in our van to DC. We went to get her in the spring, and she left a lot of things in storage there. But if she goes back on the plane, she's got 3 backpacks, and that's it. So at the last minute, he answered her, yes, he would take her. So then there was, would they be taking our Trailblazer or would they be taking his truck? Because if they take the Trailblazer, my youngest doesn't want to park the Stratus at the Y because that's the one she lost the key to. So once again, we're jockeying around, and I'm home. My husband's at Lions Club. The youngest is at work. The other one's out saying goodbye and doing some last minute grocery shopping because she leaves in the morning. So I'm going to have a car again. Yay! Except the Stratus isn't running real great, so that'll probably be in the shop. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a car again. It won't be my Trailblazer for a while because I think Christy works till Friday, and then the Y's closed for a week, so I'll be able to trade cars back. But just drama. But it rained yesterday. It was a little cooler yesterday, but last night it rained, and we've been getting, there have been flood warnings, so I shouldn't be so joyful. It rained a long time last night, and I love the rain. That's my favorite sound. I slept really well. I did take my 2 Benadryl and my melatonin and my 5 HTP. And on a fast, you're really not supposed to, but the night before I wasn't sleeping. So I just would, like, it was raining, and it's like, oh, I'm enjoying this, and it was cool. So I got a good night's sleep. So I'm hoping I'm about 2 pounds from goal. 2 pounds from the 151.1. That's when I start doing the weight loss again. And I don't know if being on the fast is helping to facilitate the weight loss. I do know what it's doing is not causing me to slide in what I'm eating. You know, it's like, okay, if you're trying to go low carb, even an apple is not a good choice. And I like the ones, Apple Crisp, Honey Crisp, the ones that are real sweet. You know, if I'm doing, you know, it's just, this takes all the questions out. Although I have been more food focused. You know, the oldest asked for chicken pot pie, and I do, I guess this is food porn, potatoes and carrots and peas with chicken in cream of chicken soup, Campbell's cream of chicken soup. And then I get the ready-made pie crusts and I bake them and I cut them into squares. And so she's staying at 2 different friends' house before she actually gets into the dorm. So she wanted a pot of chicken stuff to take kind of as a hostess thing. So I got her 2 pans to take, and then some individual ones because she likes to eat it on crackers to eat on the way. So I cooked potatoes, and that's one of my things. But I was okay. But those carrots, you know about the little carrots? Those little carrots, I just wanted to, and usually I don't eat them if I'm eating other things, but it's just like so snappy and so sweet. Just one little carrot. No, you can't have it. You know, open the fridge. There's the cheese. No, you can't have it. So I'm noticing the food's calling, but the cravings really aren't there. I don't think. I have had some intestinal area discomfort that kind of comes and goes. And what I've read is starting, well, I ate real minimally first day, so this would be day 4 if you count the first day. But if you count this as day 3, tomorrow's the day when the stuff starts to happen. I had to get a pimple right here. So I don't know if that's part of it. I put some mask on it. I masked up, and then I'm in the kitchen working on pot pie. And who comes into the kitchen but the boyfriend? It's like, oh shit. And I had my Bluetooth things around it goes around your neck and it blinks, and then you put the little things up like this. I was listening to vlogs. And I just must have looked like an alien. So it's like, I said, oh, we kind of startled each other. I was dressed, so that wasn't a problem. But, so I cooked most of today getting that all ready to go. And then I am sending with her all the things I shouldn't have kept, because she'll eat anything, or her roommates will eat anything. The fellow is taking his truck, so she's going to fill it as full as she can. I had 4 unopened boxes of Quest bars, and I'm sending 2. I have a box of 1 bars that are actually higher carb, and she doesn't like coconut, so I'm not sending those. But trying to be on keto, I will be able to utilize those less. Once I actually get in keto adapted, I may be able to slide pieces in. But anytime I've ever tried to do a whole bar, even though they say net carbs, no, it's a lie. So I see I'm at 13:19, and I have something that's really interesting. So I guess I'm doing 2 vlogs today. I did a lot of HCG boutique shopping, and if you're interested, I can do a boutique haul. I did find one thing to wear with those putty colored pants. It's not slippery, but it is a light t-shirt type of thing, but a little more than that. And it is by Chaps, that one of those designers that I like. And I was able to find 2 Chico's t-shirts. Those 2, that and Liz Claiborne, that designer just fits my body. You know, my shoulders, my arms, it just fits my body, so I'm always so tickled. So I'm going to sign off now, and then I'll come back with part 2, because I want to talk about what my stats have been doing. So bye for now.